How do you kill people? You're playing against the Wisp, and you have no burst them.
Yeah, it's like the Hawk and the Clockwork basically have the highest amount of damage and control in the team, and Weaver doesn't scale that great with Medusa because Weaver hurts early on. The minus armor is nice. Top lane, there's a bit of a scuffle going on. The Medusa dropped very low and mana completely burnt, and Tofu is going to be first blood potentially for Potatomon. So Clockwork finds himself the first kill of the game, and Gambit draws blood first.
Ace actually missed his God rebuke there.
Those almost what 900 last hits also picked up, so if that was a 50-minute game, a bit over a 50-minute game, so 900 last hits is pretty nice. But he had 300 already at the first 20 minutes, so that's pretty ridiculous. And Potatomon was actually killed in the mid lane.
Yeah, it was an attempt on Boom. So they use the coil, immediately the Wisp comes in, and this is something that we talked about this time around. He easily survives the coil, the cogs, everything.
Oh, Medusa, scary. That's a dangerous. You do not want to give that one away. That is big.
Yeah.
1,000 net worth lead as well for the Gladiators. Only 6 kills in total in this game. Boom could be pushing down this mid tower, which looks to be the plan as well, as they already smoked up around this mid area. 4 points in Diabolic Edict, so Boom is going to head over there and force the attention from Gambit. Ace has already got his smoke popped, and he's got 3 seconds for his ulti, so basically he's just being a distraction right now as Gambit, they're not even gonna use any big spells to run away. They're just wondering, what is this Mars hero up to? Locate the bottom. Now, can they kill this Underlord? I don't think so. They might jump on mid though because of that, because the coil comes out from Meluyul. It's going to be a difficult kill on the Underlord, and he actually dies. So they will look to take the fight into mid as well. Puck will go down too. So they've already found 2 of the Gladiators, and Celery and Boom has now returned as they do look for this Mars kill. He is dropping down to 400 HP. He's got a spear available. Tofu's going to go down, and nice dodge as well for the Weaver. Doesn't end up getting hit by the stun, forcing Smiling Knight and Potatomon away for a second. Now they turn around again. Medusa throwing in another snake, but it's not going to connect. Or
items is fine, but again, we're coming down to the fact, how do you kill a hero? Yes, you're getting Tofu down. That's the Disruptor dying from none of the force. Okay, scratch that. Ace in some trouble.
He is, but he also got some backup, so it might just be a bait. Spear connects onto 2, so it also does some damage to the Weaver, and it does look like it's going to be the Clockwork who dies instead. So this Disruptor definitely making some enabling plays here with his glimpse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nicely played.
If Seiyu gets the Vessel, that's gonna allow you to get some kills on the spots for Gambit for sure. They can't make moves.
And Tofu, they're heading straight towards the Mars again. Ace has been such a great vision provider for the team because he continues to draw them in, and now they're going to go in with that smoke. Still up and running, waiting for some moves to happen. Smiling Knight, they relocate right behind the Medusa as well. Ace is going to be dropping, and they're taking some damage onto the Gyrocopter. Here's the Static Storm, nicely placed as well. They're pulling in the Weaver as well, back into it as well, and that's going to be 4 dead from Gambit. And the Gladiators just lose the Mars and the IO during the course of that fight. Tofu gets himself a double out of that one, and Boom also gets some for himself.
When you can just so carelessly
wave cutting, it feels like the only thing that they can do right now. Cut waves, buy time for the Medusa, but this is not time for Medusa if there's an Ace jumping on top of him. Mana completely gone. Here comes Seraccio with Celery. Tofu looking for the glimpse, getting closer to it as well. It's going to bring Medusa onto the other side. The pit's going to be down there as well. The hook shot coming out as well, and trying to save Medusa after they pump the Dark Grip, but they've lost Smiling Knight, and they might even lose even more. But Seraccio, he's dropping low. The Gyrocopter's taken down. The big raid boss finally falls, and Gambit, it's a 1-for-2 trade for them if they can just get themselves out of there. Well, they're not going to get the Clockwork, and neither does it look like they're going to get their Underlord away either. He is tanky, he is very tanky, but Boom, he's still got so much damage to deliver, and he's going to get this one. And it's just down to the Weaver in the back line. He snipes Celery, getting himself 1 kill at least, and the Vessel charge onto the Mars, forcing the Mars to TP away as well. So that ends up being a what he decides to go for on top of the pipe now being built and the Vanguard. There is a gladiator squad approaching, and Potatomon is going to pop down the cogs. Ace again, the brilliant blink, and he just happens to find this Medusa as well. They are turning this around though very nicely. Gambit getting some damage in. Boom is in trouble. Coil coming into the backline as well. Meliul doing a little work there as well, and then going to lose the IO. Static Storm is placed down as well. Ace is dead, and it's turning around. Gambit's getting a lot out of this one. They're going to be forcing Boom as well. The left track. He's still got a minute left on his Aegis, but they're going to be taking down Tofu, and it's now just down to the Gyrocopter trying to make his way out. And the left track, he's not going to be as lucky. Dyrachyo, he wants to save his buddy. They're going to take down Potatomon, the 2 damage dealers. They're going to be told Dyrachyo. They're going to turn their attention to the Gyrocopter, and Gyro's going to go down. And Seiyu with a triple kill on the Weaver. And Gambit got a big victory for themselves. They're not out of this one yet.
Yeah, I guess the idea from the side of Gladiators here is
Razor's game earlier on, because their positioning is also somewhat similar to what we've seen before. Again, just halting and holding their place right now, and right next to that cliff ward. As Mars is approaching, Ace again blinks in, finds the Medusa, knows exactly where they are, and a Static Storm for the Underlord, so he can't get his ulti off, but the Medusa's gaze will be used. So that's one ability gone. Boom looks for the stun, but the Force Staff save's going to be there. Meliul coming in from the side. He's going to go and look for Tofu, trying to hunt down the back line. Coil's still not coming out yet. Now finally getting some damage out. Potatomon going to be going down. They're going to take down Smiling Knights, and Medusa's gone for 50 seconds. Afterlife is also on the run right now, but it's going to be moved away by the kinetic field, keeping him in place. Fuels up into the air for the Mars, and they will pin down Afterlife in the trees, and that's a double kill for Boom. And Gladiators take 3, and they give none because they are 300.
first uses the spear, gets him away, and the Underlord decides to break his ulti and stay there to try to assist the Medusa in another way. It just ends up in him dying as well, but that was just a beautiful
Static Storms. It's not like they die in the Static Storm. The idea is to slow Gambit down so they can't get their spells off, and he's getting the Underlord, the one to prevent the escape. And Dyrachyo gonna find the Medusa right next to him. He's got the Aegis, but he's happy to tank everything right now because he's got a second life of the Malice. Held him away for a moment. Now the Raid of the Arena Priest found, and it will look for Afterlife. This Underlord is about to be history. And again, look at that Static Storm. They are all silenced in it, and nothing that they can do. The Medusa down as well. Seiyu's gonna be sent all the way back into the loving arms of Ace and Dyrachyo, and that is a dead Weaver as well. And I just can't say enough. Absolutely beautiful Static Storm by Tofu.
Yeah, Tofu literally shut the mouths of Gambit. Like, none of you are gonna. Celery could go over the Pit of Malice. Boom got the spider leg, so he was able to maneuver around that. That was a perfectly placed Pit of Malice. We should have given them the as I said, perfect Pit of Malice. Should have given you the space to run away, but just so many things on the side of Diamond Gladiators that allowed them to walk into that fight perfectly.
Smiling Knight just basically teleported into 4 heroes, but Ace is going to get the spear out. Potatomon has got some control coming out to the Pit of Malice, and Disruptor is low. IO is also very low. Static Storm to the back line, but the Weaver is going to be able to escape from this one. Now there's no glimpse to throw the Weaver back in. There's the Stone Gaze. The heroes are now starting to slow things down. Now Dyrachyo, Boom has the left celery, and again Meliul coming to the back line, getting the IO out of the way, and now it's down to 3. IO is going to be buying back into the fight. Smiling Knights, no more mana, and the Medusa is gone for 65 seconds. Puck is trying to make an escape for it, and they won't time their right clicks because the puck's already gone. So at least with that, Celery returns to the fight. He's got his relocate, so sent all the way back to the fountain. He's going to TP to the outpost and continue as they are forcing out the tier 4s, but they force out the GG first. Gambit taps out, and Gambit Gladiators will take their first esports history win.
They will.
And I have to...
Even if the sniper is constantly poking her, the Oracle heals are going to be more than good enough for the Death Prophet to survive. So I'm actually going to go for Gambit in this one. I'm liking their lineup more. Gladiators is the Ember Spirit, which pretty much doesn't do any damage to the Oracle. You will not get any more points in Fortune's End. You will max out the Fate's Edict after the Purifying Flames, even maybe leaving it on...
We're going to see a top lane fight most likely. Celery is going to get rooted up. And here's the snake slow. Afterlife is already body blocking an exit, and Celery looks to be first blood. Even if Tofu arrives, it's not going to be enough. And Meliul will take the first kill. And it is such a textbook read again. Treant Protector.
What actually got him the kill? Gambit? They will actually secure 3 runes and they kill plus some nice damage on Ace.
It's going to be 4 maybe? Tofu's trying to rush towards this one, but it's going to be a tight run. Who's going to grab it? It's going to be denied, so it's a 3 for 0. Yeah, he's gonna have to wait a bit until the timer runs out, and now the tower's like, oh, free kill, that's mine. Split kill. Afterlife, though, he looks to be going down the old-fashioned way, as DOTA2's gonna be snapping this Beastmaster in half. Aggressive bull.
Might not have gotten the mid lane tower, but at least they're gonna give some breathing room to their Beastmaster boom. No more exorcism. Okay.
And he pops his flame guard right after
his fortune has ended.
Yeah. Oracle being chased again. Another root onto the Ember Spirits. He's down to 40 HP, and here comes Seiyu. So the turnaround now onto the other end. 10 stick charges though on Boom, and a couple bottle charges on top. He needs to juke this one. Afterlife is meanwhile killed in the top lane, so Treant made his way back to top as everybody were worried about the situation in mid. So
4 minutes, and their tower, and they can't force down the tower, at least some TPs. That's gonna be disaster. So it's not something that you want to allow to happen. You want the sniper to go into.
Fever. Living armor as well.
Oracle is here.
So he's right very hard here, and he's also going to get hit by the Shikuchi, but he is healing up with his Morbid Mask and his stick, and now they're going to look for a kill on the Oracle. So that was a valiant attempt by Gambit, but it just falls short. Sniper, well, is a very important thing to do right now, is trying to hold out this 100-second period where they don't have exorcism and hold onto the DD into the bottle for as long as they can. But it might be that they're not given the opportunity for Ace. A couple of opportunities arising to use a Ravage, and he's gonna throw it right now. The roar comes out onto the sniper. DOTA2 is being jumped on at the same time, but they need to get him out of there. Tofu's gonna be providing with the healing. There's a Mystic Gaze being used as well. DOTA2 down to 500 HP. Tofu's been pumping everything he possibly can. Another slow from the Shrapnel. They're all stacked up, but they're just ignoring Ace. They want this sniper so bad. Celery coming in to intervene as well, and they're gonna be able to get their first kill at least, but Celery will go down as well. Pantomim still chasing onto the sniper, and he's trying to get there with his ulti running and everything. Boom is going to be there too, and they're going to look towards this Oracle and take that at least for themselves, making it a 2 for 3. But now they go into the Roche Pit Gambit. Now it's going to be a real race against the clock. If Buyback comes out from Pantomim, that means that they might give an indicator for the Gladiators that they're in the pit. And now DOTA2. Well, he's not going to be lucky with this one. He pumps a couple hits on the Meliul, but Smiling Knight's going to be taking Roshan and the Aegis for himself.
Man, is this sniper annoying, DOTA2.
But he also needs some time. With the Lincolns, maybe an Aghanim's coming after. That Ags is really going to play a big role, but the smokes, they're going to spot Afterlife, and instant damage coming out. The Ravage already preemptively cast by Ace, beautifully catching DP in it. And now DP is in a bit of a panic as well. Sniper trying to make a run for it, but the roar comes out, and that is a big heal coming out as well, but it's not going to be enough by Tofu, and they are going to lose DOTA2. They're also trying to get out with the Oracle, but the Oracle is going to get rooted up. And here also comes Ace. Make sure that Pantomim is going to go down. Tofu, he is on the side as his relocate also takes him back to the fight. And with Seiyu and Meliul, and they get close enough for Tofu to get a tether out. Boom, he's too far away.
I think some.
Or we're actually defending the towers, and the other waves are being cut by the Tidehunter. That also kind of dries out Gambit's push, but they're going to go in straight on top of a Treant Protector. Celery is being targeted, and look at the rest of them. They're just standing and waiting. Ravage comes out, DP taking a hell of a lot of damage. That's going to be blowing him up before he gets anything out in Afterlife. With a roar does connect onto the sniper, but there's also the Mystic Gaze coming up from the Smiling Line. They're looking to kill this Treant Protector, will be able to. Costs himself the armor, but it's not going to be enough. Topi's going to be in trouble as well because he's being slowed down, but he does get the tether out for himself, and Ember doesn't keep the chase up onto the Beastmaster. Beast is going to be going down, and now the Oracle joins into the fight. Pantomim, who hasn't really been able to participate in this at all, as he's still got his ulti available.
You say
his side left as well, but Io is going to be going down, and that's going to be a lot of damage being dealt now. And Smiling Knight, he's just not doing enough damage right now. He's trying to make his way out as well, but D2CL is just hacking away with the sniper. There's a goddamn golden snapping the sniper, but he doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give two shits right now. He's just going away. Phantom is going to be chased as well. The Gush will be taking him, as Smiling Knight is also killed by D2CL. And that is your Gladiators. 4-2 with 2 buybacks though. It's a heavy cost for them, but it's a win nevertheless. And Roche, he's back in the pit.
So D2CL, he pretty much killed 3 Medusas there with all the hits that he dished in. Of course, it's not going to be showing in the damage because after it's calculated, it just comes down to how much he needed for the Medusa to die. But overall, this is what happens when Ace jumps into the backlines with the Ravage. When the Oracle is caught and the Death Prophet can't get her Yules off, that is a problem. That's why I wanted the DP to have a BKB, not only for the Ravage, but that sniper damage was just so high.
It's not even over yet with the relocate coming in as well. And I'm chasing with the Melial, forcing the exorcism, but that exorcism does absolutely nothing. Melial dead, and the chains as well onto the goal of now they can finally deliver some minimum movement speed if Sniper gets both out.
That's now the problem with him going for that BKB instead of the blink. I definitely would have liked the BKB on the Death Prophet. Sure, it's good on the Medusa, but you need to be in the sniper space. That's just not going to be happening with you again.
Radiant's middle
3 tower taken out, and Melial jumps in the back. Beautiful 4-man silence, but Ace is also going to get the Ravage out to connect onto the Weaver. But it doesn't Roger in really good position. Medusa, she's going to get over with the BKB on and out trying to get, but look at the positioning. They're already out of the low ground. They're on the high ground right now. And another Ravage comes out from Ace, and it connects onto the Medusa. As the Beastmaster being chased here. Boom. He's going to continue to bully this Oracle. They don't even want to use their roar right now. That Smiling Knight is also forced back away. Pantomim, is he going to live? Is he going to live? No, he's not. He's going to die in the fountain. DP also down, and Tickles are on the high ground. Gladiators even, they are just charging through. Triple kill for Boom. He kills everybody, and they're going to take themselves some racks.
Yeah, you shouldn't judge someone from their size. You know, they might just be holding a real D2CL. The second he got there on the high ground, it was time to run away, and the side of Gladiators, they never allowed it to happen. This is going to be 2 lanes of racks. It might actually be 3, considering without the exorcism, how do you kill this sniper? How do you kill anyone? If you don't kill the sniper, all of you die. And okay, Medusa comes close. Look at the damage.
Now, there's
bang,
no
bang.
running away from this. Like, you're going to force them to use a BKB to escape, but there's still D2CL doesn't give any mercy. Medusa back to the high ground into the fountain as they are forcing out the glyph. 50 seconds of immortality on the sniper, and he's also got a flashbang grenade, or concussive grenade in this case as well, because it does push people away. There's a roar being used as well, catching the Treant Protector. Beastmaster getting jumped on by Boom. Boom, no, he's going to do anything right now. Celery, he might die, but Melial trying to make some damage dealt on the Tofu.
Now he's gonna shoot
too far away, and it doesn't connect. And here comes the sniper. Ho ho! Ha ha! It's all you hear from the low ground, and it just keeps on going. Melial down, Medusa dropping. GG is called. And that is another 2-0 we're going to be witnessing here as the Gladiators, they take their first series, and they continue on to the second round of the upper bracket.